Hello Aries, my name is Jason. Thanks for visiting my channel. Extra thanks if you are revisiting my channel. This is your reading for the second half of November 2018. It's a general reading. I've shuffled the cards pretty well. Let's see what the second half of November has for you. You are going in to the second half of November, Aries, with the Two of Swords. Okay, so you've got some kind of decision you're going to need to make, or you're probably battling with a decision now. You're waiting for some more information. You see how the character there is blindfolded. She's also got her hands across her chest, so she's trying to protect herself against something. And the moon above her symbolizes the unknown. So what you're doing is you're waiting for some kind of information which is going to allow you to move forward. And you might be getting a little bit impatient with that now. Something's coming. I'm feeling something will be coming to you. Okay, so let's have a look at your challenge for the month, or the second half of the month. And you have the King of Cups. Okay, so this is a person coming along who has quite a stable emotional energy. They might not give away too much emotion, but they really feel it and they know how to give it where it's needed. So this person's not going to fly off the handle. They're not going to be declaring love to everyone that comes past either. They are very circumspect and targeted and discriminating with who they give their emotions to. So if this person comes across you and they make you an offer, it's going to be a stable and good offer, and you'll be able to rely on this person is genuine. Okay, so but this is in your challenge position, so you may like this offer, but there may be something stopping you from doing this. Perhaps there is another person who may be a little bit more exciting or charismatic, and you might be choosing them over this King of Cups person here. So you might be going for the excitement and the passion rather than the long-term stability and emotional fulfillment which the King of Cups generally offers. And so we'll have a look at that later. Okay, so your fears for the second half of November. You have the Three of Pentacles. Now the Three of Pentacles here might represent a third party kind of situation, but I'm thinking this is more about not trusting what you're getting. If you have a look at these two people here, you've got a lady on the ground there with her plans next to the monk, okay, and they seem to be looking up at this person who's trying to sell them something or trying to persuade them of something. But if you have a look closely at the cup, what's in his cup there, it looks like it's empty. Okay, so perhaps you're worried that this offer you're getting, perhaps from this King of Cups down here, it's not a genuine offer. Okay, and so that could be adding to your confusion there. So there's some doubt you have there. Now, I would always say follow your intuition, but don't just doubt for the sake of perhaps you've heard stories about this person before and it might make you a little bit distrustful of them. And something on the rumour mill, you've probably heard something about this person, the King of Cups person, and it's just something, it's just not gelling with you about them, okay? But that's probably just the power of rumour, and so you're worried about the offer you might get from this King of Cups, that it's not genuine and it's not stable, and so that might be steering you towards that other energy of the I'm feeling like more of a Wands energy, like a Knight of Wands kind of energy, which is more of a passionate but short-lived kind of thing. Your best attitude to take for the second half of November, okay, is to go for this. Go for the feeling which is going to give you this happy home. This is the Four of Wands, and if you have a look at the Four of Wands here, it's the people in the background there between the two 11s, if you like. They are in blissful happiness. They have a stable home life and they're really just enjoying life. Okay, so the best attitude to take for this month is to go for that stable energy, that real home-loving kind of energy. Now, when I think of the King of Cups, I think of a Cancer, Pisces and Scorpio, mostly Cancer, and they offer that real happy home life. The home and family is their strength. And so by having this card here pointing to, even though it's a Wands card, it's the Four of Wands pointing to a happy home. It might be steering you towards the King of Cups, this Cancer person or this water sign. We'll try and clarify that a bit later anyway. Okay, so the overall outcome of using the energies as best you might for the second half of November is the Seven of Pentacles. Now, the Seven of Pentacles speaks to me about having a choice of how to use your resources. So you've done a fair bit of work here. It might be so you've done a fair bit of work on yourself, bringing yourself up after perhaps a rejection or a disappointment or something sad, and you've done a bit of work either on yourself or actually physical work in the material world, and now you're thinking, well, what's the best way to invest what I've done here? Should I perhaps go towards the King of Cups, to that happy home, or do I just want to keep playing and go for the passion and keep doing that indefinitely? That's what I'm feeling there. So there could be a choice to make as far as how to spend your newfound fulfillment, a sense of who you are. What I'm feeling about this, though, is that you may be tempted to go for the quick, easy, passion-driven kind of affair, and you're going to miss the chance of a lifetime with this really solid, stable Cups energy. Okay, so this is your call. If you're young and you don't care, and just be careful of who you hurt and who you might. I always say be careful of who you hurt. I'm a Cancer myself, so the way the other people are feeling is always pretty important to me. Because if they're feeling good, you're feeling good. And if they're not feeling good about something, well, can you really feel good about that? Let's have a look then. So let's go back to the Two of Swords here. What might this decision be about? Can we clarify this Two of Swords? Is this telling the same story that I'm picking up here for Aries? Let's have a look. Why is the Two of Swords here for Aries in their present position? They're going into the middle of November with the Two of Swords, needing to know something, okay? And you have the Five of Pentacles here. So this Two of Swords decision you need to make is one about not being left out in the cold, okay? So there could be two different people. If you go one way, you might be left out in the cold. You go another way, well, maybe you'll be left out in the cold by somebody else there. If that's sort of making sense there. So it looks like it's feeling to me like a relationship issue, and you've got a choice between perhaps two people or even two situations, perhaps one person and a situation, perhaps a job situation or something to do with your family, and you might have to be deciding, should you go with your relationship or go with your family? That's a tough call, I know. And can't really give you advice there, nothing's coming through that way. Let's have a look. What is this King of Cups energy about? Is this a love offer for you, which you're thinking about rejecting for whatever reason? Perhaps something to do with this Five of Pentacles and Two of Swords up here? Or is it you? Is this your energy where you're trying to be the King of Cups perhaps and be stable emotionally? But I still get this feeling about this this Wands energy, even though it's not here. I'm feeling that could be part of the dilemma you've got here. Let's have a look. Why is the King of Cups here, and you've got the King of Swords here? You've got two kings. Okay, so it's looking like there's two people here. One of them is the emotional, calm, steady, stable type, and the other one seems to be that way too, but they with the King of Swords energy, it's usually a sharper mouth, a sharper way of communicating, and it might just irk you sometimes, but they might be more exciting, and they might be offering you more of a clear-cut decision-making kind of a person, right? They know black, white, right, wrong, that kind of energy, versus the very sort of relativistic kind of a King of Cups who tries to understand everything and let things flow. So that looks like the choice you've got there. The challenge is the choice between these two kinds of energies. Tough call, really. Well, it depends on what you like. If you like the long term, you probably, I don't know, I'm feeling the King of Swords and the King of Cups. These are both well-meaning kind of people. The long-term one, I've usually backed the King of Cups. The King of Swords can quite often, when you have a relationship with the King of Swords energy, you might be feeling always a little bit like a step below on the ladder, on the hierarchy of the family, and so you just want to be, if that's your kind of position and you don't mind being told what to do, then, and some people even need to be told what to do and they're quite happy in that position, and have the decisions made for them, then maybe the King of Swords is a way to go. Whereas if you like a bit of equal give and take, then maybe the King of Cups is there. But it's just in this situation here that I'm feeling. Of course, it's not across the board with all the kings and queens and court cards generally. It's just what I'm feeling there. Now, why is the Three of Pentacles here? Okay, the Three of Pentacles is clarified by the Death card. Okay, so it looks to me like something's going to end, or you're fearing something will end, and so I'm picking up that you like the idea of having this choice between the two people, but you're a bit afraid of making one choice or the other, again, because you'll be feeling left out by one of them and feeling left out in the cold. But that's just a fear. Remember, we had that Five of Pentacles up there. So it's looking like you're worried that this would end. Remember, it's a fear. Okay, so you're worried that this choice would end and then you'd be stuck with one person. So are you being a bit of a player? Are you playing two people off against each other, which is not necessarily, a bad thing, but again, it's talking about who's getting hurt here. Aries, if you're trying to do this third-party situation thing, then someone's getting hurt, and it might be great for your self-esteem to feel really powerful and sexy by having these suitors around, and you can pick and choose. But is that really good karma? Is that going to come back to you somehow? Is it a genuine feeling? Is that like how you want to feel, or do you want to rise above that kind of vibration? Are you being a little bit immature there as far as your sexuality goes, as far as your view on relationships goes? I know you want to be independent, and Aries, you will always be independent, but independence doesn't necessarily mean going around hurting others and picking and choosing that way. Your best attitude here says the Four of Wands is the way to approach this. So you go for something stable, which is going to give you a happy, stable home life. That's what it says here. This can depend on what stage of life you're at as well. So if you're just a young person, you're on the road, you're perfectly free to do whatever you want, sure. Maybe you'd be thinking, I don't want stability, I want fun. I don't want to be bored, stuck in a house. Again, that could just be the way you're thinking of things. There's a lot of freedom which comes from being in a partnership, in a happy home environment. You've actually a lot more freedom often than just being by yourself. Okay, let's have a look. Why is the Four of Wands here? This just came out. Whoops, Three of Cups. Okay, so Three of Cups here. It looks like you might be celebrating something here. So it looks like this is a card of celebration. So if you go for the stability, you'll be going for the celebration which comes with it. You know, this is true happiness, and take that celebratory attitude. Yes, this is what I love to do. If it's not that, then this could indicate perhaps you might be going for the party side of things. Okay, so Three of Cups sometimes to me says a lot of partying, and it also says a lot of celebration before the work's done. So if you have a look at these ladies here, they're all having a big party and toasting to whatever they're toasting, but look, the fruit's still lying on the ground. They haven't finished their work yet, so maybe they're counting their chickens before they've hatched. So how does that fit with your Four of Wands? It's basically saying, look, they're your choices. Okay, you've got choices. You can either party and keep that lifestyle going. Might be a bit of drinking there. Could be a bit of promiscuity there. Or you've got the Four of Wands, settle down. So the best attitude there, you know, from what I'm picking up there is it's about celebrating, okay? Celebrate the Four of Wands. Go for that, okay? But again, if you're a party animal, go for it. Sorry, I'm not being very helpful here. This is just showing you the options that are there and perhaps the way you're looking at things right now. Now, we've got to clarify this outcome card. So the outcome at the end of November, Aries, for you, you're looking at the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles, remember, you've done a bit of work and now you're sitting back thinking, well, what should I do with this new image I've got of myself? Okay, why is this Seven of Pentacles here? And the new image you've got of yourself is clarified by the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords asks you to reflect, just to sit back. Don't make any decision at the moment. Maybe step right back from both of these people or all of them and see what you really want out of life and whether it's time to settle down. Okay, so you're probably at that stage now. I'm getting the idea that you're probably thinking, well, you know, how much longer can I just keep partying? Am I really enjoying this? And so the Four of Swords is asking you to just reflect on it. There's no real hurry to go and jump into anything or to make a decision. So it's looking like there's no hurry here, and you're being asked to just chill for a while and really think about what you want. Okay, you want the party lifestyle, you want the stability. That's what it's saying to me. Okay, so hopefully you've got something out of that, Aries, and hope to see you in December. Please like, subscribe, please give me some comments on whether this has resonated for you, and hope to see you in a couple of weeks.